What's up, everybody? Welcome to 21 Generals episode 9. How's it going? Little double header today. We just saw episode 8 over on Tosh's channel, and now we're heading into episode 9. We got a little bit of a short one for you today. I think there's only 3 that we need to get through, but let's take a quick look at the map. I think I'm doing that right. Yes. So it looks like things have evened out a lot since my last episode, it feels like. Blue is about to take another point from green. Red's getting pretty close on green as well. So green needs to be careful, but I think these matches coming up here are a little bit favorable, I guess, for green. We're going into match number 8 here, where Jacoby can only win 2 points. So he can't, even if he wins, he's not going to quite flip a tile, where if Parsival takes this, he's going to grab 4, so that would be very good. That'd get them out of the danger zone a little bit. So cool. Yeah, we've just got, looks like 3 matches today. Jacoby versus Parsival coming up first, and then we got a couple free-for-alls as well. What's up, everybody in chat? Smelly Paws, Brandy, Jacket, P-Boop. Good to see y'all. I might actually play a little bit after this. Kind of got the itch. Maybe I should just be the very best, climb that ladder. That'd be fun. Okay, I think I could get pretty high up there if I played often. I might have to get back into the swing of things. Let's see, match number 10. Let me just try to think about what's going on here. So match number 10 is a free-for-all match. Looks like we got 2 mercenaries and the minister. And we've got 4 points up for grabs there, so that could actually swing things quite a bit. And then I believe the neutral map is match 0. Again, these match 0s are always for a lot, especially because, you know, 1 neutral tile per the win, like that's crazy. And 20 meat for the mercenary is quite good too. You just fall off the ladder. Dude, I am. I'm about to fall off the ladder. I have, like, no points. I might ladder after this if anybody else wants to play. Or we could play some unranked or something. Because I think this is going to be pretty short, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe for, like, an hour or so I could play some matches if y'all feel like it afterwards. Okay, I think that's enough chit-chatting. Let me make sure I'm all good. Yep, I think we're ready to roll, so we're going to hop into Jacoby versus Parsival now. And let's get it. I'll just fall right off that ladder. At the top right, we've got Parsival. And at the bottom, we've got Jacoby. So, obviously, both these players are really strong. I think I favored Jacoby just a bit, but Parsival is pretty damn good too. He really likes his tier 2 style of play. You can see that here. Lots of tier 2 options. I think the snake is a counter pick. I kind of like this triple tier 2 play style nowadays because the chameleon's just such a good bread and butter, like early to mid game unit. The snake is a little bit of a pocket pick, you know, in case the opponent has units like tier 3s coming up. You can build those snakes, or you could try to do some kind of like snake openings, but I don't think those are as popular, as effective as they once were. And of course, those falcons will get you in that late game, no problem. Meanwhile, Jacoby looks like he's kind of got that tried and true skunk composition for the early to mid game, and can go either into Badger and or Falcon later on. So pretty neat. The map looks better for Jacoby here. However, Parsival does have a fairly aggressive deck, so playing like an extended 1-base strategy, I feel like for Parsival is probably fine. You know, he probably wants to get those chameleons out. You know, get a decent amount of Squizzard and keep going. What's up, Witty Pun 7, aka Mr. Tosh? Thank you for that raid. Good job earlier on with your streamy stram. I hope you beat some nerds on the ladder too. So pretty standard opening so far. Nothing crazy. Both players doing a good job scouting. Really, what you're looking for at this phase of the game is a tier 2 or a second base. Kind of trying to figure out what your opponent's up to. Like when we just kind of keep building this tier 1, it can keep like compounding if both players continue to want to be safe against it, you know? We can wind up with a ton of warrants. We don't see that super often, but I think like tactically it does make sense. And here we go. Jacoby is transitioning over to the Skunk, which is smart, and he's going to be happy to see 4 Tier 1 Warrens here. Like, as long as Parzival doesn't just pounce on him within the next 10 seconds or so when he's a little bit vulnerable from building that Tier 2, he's going to be fine. And, of course, those Skunks doing fantastic against large amounts of Tier 1 from the opponent. But, like, this Squizzard Chameleon comp, I actually like this a lot versus Skunk. The Lizards do a great job in this matchup. And Jacoby's being a little bit greedy here, going double Tier 2. Parzival is building a second base, though. Like, I would be really worried for Jacoby if Parzival just kept, like, pedal to the metal on Tier 1 right there. But that's not the case. He's going to take that hidden base. The real question, though, is how much does Parzival actually put on that second base, right? That's what we're waiting to see. And here we go. How many farms is it? 1, 2, or 3? Just 1. Reasonable. Yeah, I personally like 2 better. I don't know why, it just feels right to me. But there are a lot of players that are better than I am that just take a second base and put 1 farm on it. But if that's the case, it's like, wouldn't you rather have a cabin? I don't know. Alright, Jacoby's got up his double Tier 2, and he's trying to hit a timing attack off the back of this like AoE damage from the Skunk and the single target burst from the Falcon. A pretty cool army composition, to be honest, and this is working really well. This is actually a really good build order for Jacoby here. I think it was a bit risky earlier on when he placed those 2 Tier 2 Warrens. Did Parzival scout that? Yeah, no, Parzival didn't really get a close look in there, because when you get double Tier 2 that early on, I think you open yourself up to a window, but Jacoby executed that build order to hit that timing like phenomenally there, and you could really see the combined power of those 2 Tier 2 units synergizing together. Nicely done. Alright, let's go into match 2. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Jacoby. Fresh off a win. And up top, Parzival. Just minor adjustments to the decks here. Jacoby going for Toad over Mole, probably because he saw Lizards in the last game. And I think Parzival dropped the Pigeon? Man, that was a really strong timing from Jacoby. I wonder what Parzival could have done differently. He didn't over... Somebody in the chat, Child, was saying that the cams weren't in the right spot. That could have had a big impact on it. I don't think I noticed that, so that makes sense, because he just got, like, really ran over, and he didn't do anything super greedy, right? Like, he took a second base, put a couple farms on it, that was it. But that was a really cool comp from Jacoby. I know I keep saying it, but just that quick Skunk Falcon that synergizes so nicely. The Skunk's able to AoE and tank some damage for your Falcons to sit there in the back and shoot them up. Doesn't sound right for your Falcons to sit in the back and shoot up. Anyways, nice little natural expansion here from Parzival. This map is kind of interesting. Like, there's no ramp right here, you know, so it's going to be hard for Jacoby to attack in. With the Falcons, that is going to be nice. Like, he can, or Pigeon even, he can still have high ground vision. But trying to be offensive, like with these units, like the Toad, is going to be rough. I'm curious how Jacoby really wants to do it. Like, this is really, really defensive. This is really cool, actually. I like this layout a lot for Parzival. He's got a nice solid 3, even 4 bases here, right? Like, wow, this map, the more I look at this map, the better it gets for Parzival. He's got like 4 bases here. He's just got barely any entrances. Like, this way, trying to go through all this water and the terrain and the double high ground would be rough. You know, trying to come over all... It looks like Jacoby's going to have to position his army like all the way over to the side like that. But Parzival should be able to see that a mile away. And eco openings from both sides here. You know, both players know what's up, know what's happening. And I love this kind of opening from both sides. I think this is really the correct way to play eco openings nowadays. You know, I see very often players want to try to take the Expo and get a Tier 2 at the same time. I just don't think that works. I think if you want to get a quick second base, throw some farms on it, you need to just be going on the Tier 1. And now you see the players, once they have a healthy amount of Tier 1 out, finally get to that Tier 2. I think these build orders were phenomenal. It's a really, really good macro opening for both sides. Very, very little deviations. I think, yeah, there's like slight differences in taking the farms to win. But now we're in an interesting spot where scouting really, really comes into play. Because you really got to keep a close eye on how many farms your opponent's building. If they're doing anything like sneaking a tier 3 like we see Jacoby. Let's see if Parsifal actually can get that scout here. This is very important. He's doing a great job looking all around, but he doesn't quite see it. Oh, alright. Is he actually going to dig? Yeah, he's going to dig home. Really good hiding position by Jacoby on that Badger. And Parsifal, he's got snakes. He's got falcons. These are all good units against the Badger. I mean, there's kind of two schools of thought, you know. Try to burst that Badger down immediately or try to kill all of its supporting units. I think the Chameleons are going to be better at that kill all the supporting units method, where like Falcons and Snakes would be better at try to burst the Badger down ASAP. And Parsifal really needs to know this Badger's coming. He still doesn't see it. That's pretty unfortunate. Oh, is he going to get the scout now? He is. Nicely done. But it's a little late. You know, he knows he's got less than a minute max. Yeah, going to try to get some more snakes up. His army comp's not bad against this already, so... You know, if you can really just kind of target fire with those snakes, and hopefully the rest of his army can peel the rest of the onion here. And let's see if Jacoby's just going to go for this timing right when the Badger gets done. This isn't real. I mean, it's hard. It's kind of a timing, I guess, because we do see this pretty often, where you'll get like a second base, you know, pretty well. I actually love the build order from Jacoby here. Like, just the way that he got into his second base, when he decided to take his tier 2, when he placed his tier 3. I think it was all very safe. Let's see if Parsifal can hold this army. Some good toad hits coming down. A lot of skunk gas, though. Oh, and that skunk gas, I mean, the army just getting dragged through, and Parsifal's army getting decimated here. Thanks for the follow, Suzu. Suzu is back. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and Jacoby's just going to, I think, just win the game off the back of that fight. You know, Parsifal found out a little bit too late about that tier 3. He didn't try to apply pressure. He didn't quite have the right unit comp, and really kind of YOLO'd in on that Badger. Got dragged to the skunk gas. It's easy for that to happen to you, though. I mean, I can relate for sure. Just really trying to get the kill on that Badger, and then you're like, oh crap, my whole army died to everything else. So, nice quick games here. I think Jacoby, I think those are some for the notepads, guys, if you're trying to learn. I think the builds that Jacoby did, both of those games, are worth studying a little bit, to be honest. Like, I think they're really, really well done. So, we're going to go into the free-for-all now, and for the free-for-all, I'm just going to drop the scoreboard because it's a little awkward since the scoreboard's kind of built for 1v1. Okay, and this is... Alright, this isn't the crazy high-stakes free-for-all. This is still an important free-for-all. Oh, and let me see... Okay, so what should have happened there? Parsifal... No, Jacoby wins a couple more points, so that should put the Legion... Yep, P-Boop updated it. So, real quick, I guess I can show that. Bam. Alright, so you can see Jacoby gets an extra 2 points there and gets the red team very, very close from snagging a territory from the green. Very cool. I love that Pocket World integration for this tournament. I think that's awesome. Alright, so green really needs a win here. And who do we got fighting? We've got Dizon representing the blue team, Brandy representing the red, and Tosh representing the green. Tosh is pretty good. Let's see who manages to take this one. Well, I guess let's get into it. And everybody's wearing their correct colors. Makes me happy as a caster. In the bottom, no, this is actually the minister for the Legion, I believe. We've got Brandy. And over to the left, a mercenary representing the Royal Knights, we've got Dizon. And to the right, the mercenary representing the Penal Squad, we've got Big Pimpin' Tosh. Okay, I like Tosh's deck just for the memery, for the shenanigans. 3 defense and ferrets, you're always gonna have a happy Delthius. And Brandy's kind of stuck in the middle here. Not super devastatingly, though. Sometimes we see maps where the person in the middle is literally stuck. Like, there's no attack path to the other opponent, if that makes sense. Like, both players just have to attack the middle one. We don't see that here. And besides Brandy being in the middle, I actually like Brandy's spawn a good amount. They've got, like, 4 gristmills right here. Pretty safe, natural to take. And blue and green could maybe attack each other. We'll have to see how that plays out, if it's really a big deal or not. Tosh stealing up his base already with some really early mines. Kind of cute. But gonna make sure he doesn't fall victim to anything like a 5-farm double lizard attack through the rear. Yeah, I agree with Premium Bo in chat. The map's not the greatest for Tosh here. It's going to be rough for him to expand out, but if he can, then he's just going to dominate. Like, it's a weird thing, right? Like, if he can actually secure this natural, maybe throw up some turrets and balloons and stuff, it's going to be hard for anyone to take any of these adjacent bases around him. So if I'm Tosh, I actually really like these mines a whole lot more for Tosh now. I'm not sure if Tosh already kind of put this strategy together when he placed those mines there. Yeah, and look, they're even going to come into handy to alert him. Yeah, because these mines, like, Tosh really wants to focus his effort up here. And these mines let him know when he's getting attacked, when he's getting counterattacked. And sure enough, here comes Brandy with a bunch of squirrels in the south. And these mines really paying for themselves. That's awesome to see. I was a little worried about those mines. I was like, that's 60 food, not doing anything. But that was worth every penny right there, for sure. If he didn't have those mines, Brandy could have just easily came in, snagged a pig, and got out of there or something. Yeah, this is smart for Tosh. This isn't going to be easy, but if he can get like a balloon up, you know, a couple turrets, start applying some pressure here on the front, really dig his feet into the ground, that'll put him in a phenomenal spot moving forward. But it's going to be hard, as you can see, to make that happen. You know, Dizon is not going to sit around, Brandy's not going to sit around and let Tosh just consume the map. Good aggression here from Dizon. Gonna go ahead and try to deny that base. He's gonna move forward, but gonna decide against him once the turrets come out. Brandy, though, looking for the pincer attack. Thinking about trying the backdoor again. Like, look at Tosh's vision. This is cool. Like, Tosh sees it. Tosh knows it's happening down there, but he's got to decide he can't be in both places at once. He's got a lot of turrets up front. He's gonna move in with his ferrets against blue. He's kind of ignoring Brandy right now. And here they come through the south. Gets a pig and is gonna try to retreat. Loses a few squirrels on the way back, but this is really annoying for Tosh because he's getting attacked on both fronts here, and this gives Dizon an opportunity to run up, grab a couple turrets, and you know, while this is going on, you know, Brandy's got a second base pretty saturated up. So does Dizon. Brandy's going for the tier 3. Yeah. You know, I do tip the hat to Tosh. This is hard. This is a hard spot for him, and I think he is playing well so far. I think he did flub a little bit when he moved out against Dizon with his ferrets, but, you know, he still cleaned up Brandy's attack pretty nicely, and Dizon didn't get a whole lot. He just got a couple turrets, right? But the big problem here is that Tosh couldn't get a second base established, and now that the other two players are going very, very all in on their economy, like Dizon's at almost 16 farms already. All right. Yeah, Tosh trying to get that tier 301 base, but The owl's not that that big one base tier 3 unit like a fox or a boar or something like that. So one owl. Owls are really this unit that needs a big economy to support them. One owl can be nice, but once Brandy's owl gets out and is able to start taking out all those mines with the mice, it's going to be rough. Ooh, Tosh being caught out there. And Dizon just hammering his opponent, looking to do some more crippling damage here. Those squirrels taking the hits from the balloons up front, that's what you want if you're Dizon. Balloon is going to go down, and Dizon's pushing forward. This if Brandy happened to attack Dizon right now, that would be perfect play for them. Because Dizon's kind of taking care of Tosh right now, so this is Brandy's opportunity to get in against Blue. And Brandy is going to take that chance. Nicely done here. Good game sense. Dizon is wide open as he's knocking out the green player. Ooh, but needs to be careful. Brandy's army is all in here, and here comes Dizon on the way home. 6 Falcons in the air. Really need to focus down those Falcons first. The Owl is going to go down, and Brandy is going to try to retreat. However, most of the units go down in the process. Tosh, almost knocked out of the game. Going to try to stay alive with an extra Gristle over here. The counterattack from Dizon takes out an extra base, but that base wasn't a super big deal. But, even though Dizon came and cleaned up Brandy's army, Brandy got that second base and a ton of Warrens there. So that was still a big victory for Brandy. And these balloons were actually in a great position to stop Dizon from being able to come in and counterattack too hard. So that gave Brandy an opportunity to get some units back out here. And now Brandy's the only one with an economy. Gonna sell the Owl? No, gonna keep the Owl, try to get that 180 food almost there. So the new Owl is on the way. I like Tosh Island over here. Nobody sees it yet, which is pretty funny. Dizon's like, I'm gonna go finish up Tosh now, and is gonna be a little bit frustrated once they realize that is not the case. Wow, Dizon has barely scouted the south. Really, ever since Tosh tried to take this expansion early on, Dizon's just been very laser focused on not letting Tosh get out in the map. And Dizon's put back together a pretty scary army. Like 5 Falcons is nothing to bat an eye at here. Brandy looking to get that kill on Tosh. I don't think Dizon sniffs it out, so Dizon's not going to have that opportunity to just run in to the Common Folk base. And Tosh is sent to the kitchens, putting us in a 1v1 situation here. And yeah, this was looking pretty good for Brandy. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is that Wolf and the 5 Falcons here. But Brandy's got the better economy if they just keep chunking out squirrels, chunking out units. Chameleons are fine too. I'd use these mice, I'd send these mice up here to just harass for free. Few more owls on the way. Brandy trying to play safe and go into the long game here. Good attempt on the chameleon harass, however, doesn't quite stealth it back in time, loses one in the process there. Yeah, here we go. This is the harassment you want to do. Oh, too bad all the mice didn't go out, but these Falcons in a good spot to deny this little poke and prodding here. I don't know. This is a little risky. When you give your opponent this much time, they do have a chance to get back in it. And Dizon is scratching his head, figuring out exactly how to dismantle the Common Folk player here. Does scout a ton in Tier 3. So Dizon knows, alright, I got a minute before this attack comes out. Dizon wants to try to macro up a little more. Brandy taking that third base. Okay, I like the decision to go down to 2 owls here. That's a little more realistic. given the economy. And yeah, Brandy's got to get this third base established because the second base is going fallow. We are 10 minutes into this match, and now Dizon has recovered. His economy is back. He still doesn't have the best army in the world. Some more mice being sent out here, but getting cleaned up, no problem. Bleh, bleh. Want a bad pun? Of course I do. Bad puns are the greatest. Who is pinging me on Discord? Alright. Bleh. 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 Alright. Gotta get this eco up. This is starting to look better and better for Dizon. Brandy trying to be a little more sneaky with these mice. I do like this because the front attack with the mice hadn't really netted any advantage because the skunks and falcons were in the right spot, but a little bit overzealous this time, and Dizon's going to chase these owls down, going to grab one of them. However, the snake is going to try to kill a couple falcons for it in the process, but the pigeons are there. No, there are no pigeons. I thought I saw a healing thing. Lol. Must have been a lightning steroid. So I think one falcon... No, I think all the falcons lived. That's exactly the kind of play Dizon needed, though. Knocking out an owl, knocking out a snake. And Dizon gonna go for the throat. So much stunt gas here. And it looks like is gonna have enough. Really nice comeback by Dizon in this game. Well, Brandy's not down and out, but again, I'm really worried about the economies here. I think Brandy had a window where they could have dived in on Dizon, but it is really hard to assess that kind of thing. It's a lot easier when I'm looking at it with all the vision in the world, all the information. But Dizon did a really good job of staying back, keeping a read on Brandy, pulling ahead in economy. However, this match is not over. Brandy is starving, so this is kind of the one last hurrah. But Dizon's got plenty of units on the boards, got plenty of farms to back it up. And I think that is going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Nice comeback there from Dizon. Well done. Yeah, my advice on that one would have been... I think you had a window where you could have like sold the balloons, built some more tier 1, and tried to push in after you... So, you took out his second base, right? And he beat down your army. But then at that point in the game, you had like 8 farms to his 1 or 2. And you tried to like build up tier 3 and play safe and hang out for a little bit. But a lot of times that can be dangerous because if you give your opponent time, then they can reestablish an economy, right? So I think the proper thing to have done would have been to keep applying pressure, and you could have had him. I think you were in a really good spot for a while. All right, let's hop into match number 2. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see that, but when you right after you got your, hang on, I'll talk about it a little more in the bottom. So in the bottom, we've got Tosh down a match. We've got the winner of this previous free for all, Dizon, and up top we've got Brandy. Ooh, cool. A couple foxes here this time. Lots of tier 3 from the players. And this map looks better, you know? I don't think anyone can complain too much. Again, this natural is a bit rough for Tosh because Dizon's like right there. But Tosh can always take this and feel fine about it. And again, Tosh could try to take this base and try to set up with turrets like he did last time, and it won't be quite as easy for Brandy to come back and around the back door as it was for them last game. But no, that was... I wouldn't feel too bad about that loss because Dizon actually played the comeback game very, very nicely. But yeah, you had a window after you'd taken out their expansion and you still had your expansion up because your economy was so much better. But it probably didn't feel like you did because they just wiped your army. You know what I mean? A little bit of cheekiness here in the early game. A couple early warrants, pretty 8-farm warrants here. Tosh trying to get them chameleons out, so nothing super crazy, no lizards. No second base just yet. We should see some second bases coming up, unless players really want to commit to one-base styles. Tosh actually throwing down a turret preemptively. I like this a lot. I like how fast turrets build. Like, if you sense somebody's attacking, like, the way Tosh placed this turret was awesome. It's a, Tosh didn't have any supporting units because the chameleons, oh yeah. Oh, God. Both players just want to attack Tosh immediately. That's funny. But Tosh didn't have any supporting units there because he did a pretty greedy opening with that fast tier 2. But that was good game sense, you know, seeing, oh, I'm about to get attacked, throwing down that turret. And if there was just a few more squirrels there, that turret would have really held. Lots of tier 1 here from Brandy. Moving out. And Tosh is attacking green, so he's not home at the moment. This could be devastating. And he can't really pull out of this engagement. Okay, he is now. Chameleons are on the way. Brandy! I love it. Oh, get that chameleon. Oh, it's getting low. Oh, dead. But it does clean up. Chameleons are so strong right now. So strong. Lots of damage done there, though. Pretty bold Badger here. Big Daddy Badger on the way. Let's see if anyone can get that scout off. Brandy not quite getting in far enough to see it. I don't think it's Tosh's priority right now to scout Dizon. He's just focusing on how the hell he's going to get back into this. He took a lot of damage, lots of warrens going down. Well, I don't know if he really... I think he lost a couple of warrens there. It was mainly the pigs. And Brandy's is doing a really good job playing the eco game in these free-for-alls, I think. It's especially important in free-for-all because it's such a nice way to pull ahead. I was hesitant to say easy. I think there's a better word than easy, but it's just like it's like an intuitive way to pull ahead, you know, if you can sneak out, because it's you're probably less likely in a multiplayer game to get punished for fast, greedy economy plays compared to 1v1 because your opponent's got multiple opponents to deal with, right? So Brandy's able to get this farm count up fairly quickly, and Dizon does know what's up. However, the balloons here, there's a lot of tier 1. I think if Brandy's in the right spot, they could defend against this, but they're worked, unfortunately. However, Dizon doesn't hard commit. Just kills a farm and goes away. I think Brandy wants to throw down some tier 2 or a fox or something. Yeah, ooh, lots of falcons here, so doesn't quite actually see a tier 3, but is maybe just thinking, well, it's about that time of the game where tier 3 could be popping out. And I think in general, Brandy is trying to go for like a bit of a longer game, so it makes sense to try to start stacking falcons. 6 is a lot, but 11 farms could probably hold it. Meanwhile, Dizon has got the Badger out, got plenty of pigeons, got a half saturated second base, and Tosh is still trying to get something done. The turrets here are going to at least dissuade people from attacking him for now. And here we go, big engagement as Dizon moves in with the Badger. The Falcons are not quite ready yet to defend against this. And this Badger is really going uncontested here. The Squirrels just kind of clash with one another. But this is rough. Like, Dizon had just as many Squirrels as Brandy, but also all these other units. Knocks out the second base for Brandy. Really devastating damage here. And instead of trying to seal the deal on red, is Dizon going to go kind of mess with Tosh a little bit. Tosh over here in the 9 o'clock just crosses his fingers, hoping nobody scouts him. You know, 4 Falcons might be doable if Brandy hangs out. But again, not going to be in position at the beginning of this fight. That's huge because these these balloons were going to play such a strong role in this defense, and Dizon is able to knock one out immediately. That's a very big deal. A Warren going down as well. But there's this pretty decent squad here still for Brandy, shoving through the rest of the army there. Nicely done. Good defense. However, Dizon's still in a great spot. Still got the most farms on the map. Still got that tier 3 unit. And at the end of the day, all those tier 1 are expendable. Tosh does have his owl out and gonna try to get some harassment done, but bites him in the butt a little bit as it kind of alerts Brandy. Oh yeah, I gotta deal with Tosh. And it comes over here, knocks out that base, but now Brandy's not at home and this balloon is open again, but is the... Oh man, I thought Bellified was about to get doofed down there. Yeah, both of Brandy's balloons getting sniped by Dizon. Good plays there by Dizon. But 4 Falcons is still a lot. Oh, only 3 here, actually. Tosh kind of building some things and stuff back up. Gonna try to expand now. Got some snakes, got an owl. So if Dizon wins this game, then that's it. Dizon wins the series. Dizon pushing in, gonna rail through the Legion army here, keeping the Badger alive as well. And that really cements Dizon's position to win this free-for-all. Not going to quite knock Brandy out, but Brandy is mortally wounded as Dizon is going to focus the attention down to Tosh. I think this is smart. Like, you don't want to give either of these players too much breathing room. So he's kind of going back and forth. Badger finally going to get picked up by those snakes. And I'm surprised Dizon didn't pick up that Gristmill. Decides to go home. I like this from Brandy. Never give up. Even if you can't win, you can be a thorn in your opponent's side. Decides to deal some damage to Tosh. Oh, maybe gonna escape with the Falcons, especially with the... Alright, 1 Falcon going down. Both Falcons going down, but this drags Tosh way out of position. Nicely done by Dizon there. Good showing overall by all players. Ooh, let me turn on the fan. Yeah, I think you're doing awesome, Brandy. Especially for being new. You played that great. Okay. Okay, we got some more. We got one more free-for-all. And then I'm feeling a little spicy, so I might play some matches if anybody feels like playing after the stream. Okay, so this is a pretty important free-for-all. Whoever wins this is going to get a lot of rewards. Okay, well, hang on. So Dizon just won 4 points there. So how does that impact our board? Ooh, I think that, yeah. Well, okay. Premium Mode, did you already update it? Probably. So I don't think anything flipped there. It looks like Royal Knights is kind of on match point to flip green. Red is about to flip green as well. Unless it was, unless it hasn't been updated yet. But we'll go into the last match today. Kind of a short episode. Unfortunately, we need a couple more matches to get in, I think. So let's hop into, this is match 0, the neutral free-for-all. Let's get it. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Blue Coon. Spawning to the left, we've got Kerpa. To the right, we've got Mochaccino. And up top, Undead Dino. Not Red Dino. Not the Conniver. I feel like Dinos had a lot of names. Kerpageddon. Oh, gosh. What do we got here? Any crazy decks? We got some Artie. Artie Party. We got that Owl Fox. That's like an old school build. Kerpageddon's a good name. 5 farm double from Dino. 4 farm double from Blue Coon. I'm missing everything. Here we go. Blue Coon coming down here. Gonna try to get this corner pig. Gonna pick it up. Loses a couple lizards in the process, but I'll take that trade any day of the week. This is a spicy map, man. These 3 players in the bottom are very, very close. Which is kind of cool, like, lore of the tournament-wise, right? Because these are all, like, the actual teams, and you got, like, the mercenary camp up here a little bit farther away. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Derpageddon is when Kerpa keeps losing, right? And it's Kerpageddon when he's on a winning spree. So if Kerpa loses, like, 4 games in a row, then it's Derpageddon. You know what I'm saying? Nice little pickup there by Blue Coon. Undead Dino trying to get in on this as well. Poor Kerpa. Kerpa is the target here. Nice defense, though. And Kerpa, you know, Kerpa knows how to handle himself in these positions. I feel like Kerpa in general is a pretty aggressive player. Likes to do a lot of these pre-8 farm strats. Probably pretty familiar with them, how the math works. You know, when you can sneak out that extra farm, when you got to get a Warren, that kind of thing. It's really experience-driven. Takes a couple matches to figure it out. That's one thing that's fun to do in any competitive game, but in Tooth and Tail as well, is like not being afraid to lose. Like joining a map and just being like, I wonder how greedy can I be with this build? You know, what? All right, 6 farms I die against this push, but 5 farms I live, right? And you figure it out that way. Like, it's actually advice for a lot of different competitive games. Like, for example, in League of Legends, or any kind of MOBA, it's actually good advice, as bad as it sounds, to be like crazy aggressive the first several times you play a new character, to just kind of figure out what your limits are. And you're gonna feed, you know, you're gonna do bad, but you'll learn. The audio is really bad, is it? The audio should not be really bad. Why is the audio bad? Lots of popping. Ooh. Oh, maybe am I clipping? Let me see. Hello! Yeah. Perhaps. I can turn that down. Turn that down. Okay, that should be better. Oh, no offense taken. I kind of rely on the chat to tell me when audio is bad or things like that. I appreciate it. Let me know if that is better. So we're still kind of hanging out in this game. And, you know, poor Kerpa has been under duress, like, constantly, and this ferret harassment has made it even worse. Red and yellow coming in on both sides here. Man, dude, what is going on? Like, they have a vendetta for Kerpa this game. Ooh, I would not switch the webcam mic. I got a fancy blue snowball microphone. No. My actual microphone is like way better than webcam mic. All right, Dino is finally gonna knock Kerpa out of this game. That poor guy. Death by a million paper cuts, man. Reloader and it sounds better. Oh, cool. Well, still, I do appreciate it. Like, seriously, if there's ever issues with the stream, don't be shy. Let me know. I rely on the chat to tell me things like that. And Mochaccino doesn't have a lot. Well, really nobody. Okay, so Undead Dino is the only one with a second base here, and he's memeing a bit. I love this strat. It's not like, I don't mean meme as in unviable, but meme as in silly. Like 4 ferrets is a bit silly with a bunch of lizards, but it's not. It could work. However, this is rough. All those ferrets going down, but the lizard. Oh my God, Undead, sign my mouse pad. Oh, dude. Oh, bam, son. Bam. Oh, man. Oh, Mochaccino's still alive. Damn it. I got too hyped. That was still awesome. That was hilarious. Good job. Blue Coon get a knockout. Oh, man. These poor lizards. They're like, we'll see you in hell. And then they actually all live. They're like, oh, we're still alive. Alright, red versus yellow, let's go. Lots of lizards here, a couple extra ferrets for Dino. Dino's also got that defender's advantage. Oh, that was so fun. That was fun. I'm glad lizards are back in the meta. Lizards are fun, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ladder. I think for maybe like an hour. I'll get in several games. Hopefully some of you guys will hop on the ladder with me. We only got a couple more replays for today's episode. Alright, so this is the best of 3. Keep that in mind. Looks like Dino is about to seal the deal on this one. Being careful. Blue Coon's about out of gas, though. This really came down to the fact that Dino was able to sneak out that second base through all the craziness. And Blue Coon, yeah, Blue Coon knows about it. I think Blue Coon was going to try to like bob and weave his units through Dinos. They're just going to come in and scout what his opponent has, taps out. And very nicely done. Dino's got a point for the Mercs. Well, for himself, I guess. Not really for the Mercs. It looks like we have most of the week done. Has match 7 not been done? Is that what we're waiting on? And oh yeah, and the Marauder match, yeah. Child was talking about that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we've just got... Oh, we've got Child and Rush, Cyanide and Rush, and Red Knight and Lego Man. So we're waiting on Cyanide, Rush, Lego Man, and Red Knight to finish up the week. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. I actually like these extended tournaments where, because we have a lot of spread time zones in this scene. There's a lot of European Tooth and Tail players, and then you got American players like me. Most of us American players, surprisingly, are on the East Coast, so that does help things a little bit. But I do love these tournament formats where it's like, hey, everyone's got like, you know, a week or so to schedule a match with their opponent whenever it's convenient. But anyways, guys, hopping into match number 2 here. Dino is up 1 game, guaranteeing a spot in the 3rd match for Dino. Unless he just wins it right here in the bottom. Rocking that fox. We've got Undead Dino. To the left, Kerpa, hoping not to get bullied this game, I'm sure. Up top, we've got Mochaccino. And to the right, Blue Coon. Cool, this map looks awesome if you're Dino. Look at this, man. It's even hard for Blue Coon to attack him. Like, if you look at the ramps, you see how awkward it was for the commander to run around right there? Like, trying to wiggle your army up this way and then through there would be a nightmare. Like, this is so good for Dino. Dino's going to open 5-farm double, though. This isn't, you know, this actually isn't bad for anyone. I think Blue Coon's got the worst, like... He could take a natural there, but even that's going to be rough because it's so close to Dino. Imagine Dino takes this base and then puts a balloon here on the ledge, and it's like, Ouch. But Mochaccino can't complain. 2 bases right here, no problems. Kind of same position with Kerpa. Kerpa's spawn's pretty good. Kerpa's spawn almost seems like a good spawn for like a custom map, you know, like natural up here on the high ground with your main, and then third like on the low ground. Looks pretty good. Here comes the rush from Dino. Kerpa's got a bit to defend. 2 lizards and a pig against 4. The 4 lizards are going to win this. Lose a couple lizards in the process, but a nice trade there for Dino. Is 4 free-for-all? Yeah, it is best of 3, but in an interesting way. It's like, so if the same person wins the first 2 matches, they just win. If 2 different people win the first 2 matches, they 1v1 for the third. So right now, Dino's won 1 match. If he wins this map, then he just wins. If anybody else wins, then they 1v1 Dino in the third match. And this is a pretty high-stakes game. The Mercenaries in general, their win condition for the event is to get a bunch of meat. So they get a ton of meat for winning this. And if one of the factions wins, they get a territory, which is huge. Absolutely huge. So really high-stakes match here. If you were a leader of one of these factions, or a marshal, or the leader, you probably want to put some of your stronger players in these kind of picks. It's kind of rough because it's like a very important match. Like, now that I'm thinking about it a little more, I kind of like it, right? Because on paper, this is the most important match, right? But it's also a free-for-all, and free-for-alls are just weird. Like, even if you're the best player in the free-for-all, you could still lose because a whole bunch of variables are involved. So it's like, do I want to put my best player in the free-for-all with the high stakes, or do I want to put my best player in a 1v1 and just guarantee some victory points? So, pretty cool, like meta thinking that has to go on by some of the representatives in the teams here. Second base going down for blue as well as for red. We see a lot of these free-for-all or multiplayer matches in general really being decided by economy in the end. Who's got that second base up and running when the dust settles. Because by like the 5 or 6 minute mark, most people are going to be either dead or broken, you know, and everyone's going to start starving out. So it's like, who can keep going? Who's got enough gas in the tank to keep the party going all night long? Nice harassment here from Undead Dino. Very annoying for Kerpa. Meanwhile, we've got an attack up top. I think I can get both these skirmishes in the frame. Green cleaning up here. Fred can keep their chameleons alive. That's nice. Yeah, they get them. I mean, Green lost a lot of their stuff too. But Mochaccino kept the Falcons up. Blue Coon kept his chameleons up. Blue Coon's getting up with that deadly 4 chameleons. 4 chameleons is so insane. So insane. You think 2 chameleons is good. 4 chameleons. It's ridiculous. A little bit harder to optimally micro when you get up to like 4 plus chameleons, you know? Because it's like, do I let one die and stop my DPS prematurely? Or, let me rephrase that. Do I like re-stealth when one is low, but then the rest of them stop attacking? You know what I mean? So maybe sometimes it's the right call, like to let the first one go down, let the other 3 keep going a little while longer. I don't know, I'm not experienced enough with the 4 cams. Undead Dino continuing to siege onto Kerpa. Kerpa just trying to scrap together an army that can keep this push back. Ferrets often introduce a really brutal damned if you do, damned if you don't dynamic for the defender if they have a weaker army, because it's like, well, if you don't engage, then they're just going to keep getting free value with the ferrets. If you do engage, then they're going to win because they have a better army than you. So far this looks good for Dino, but keep in mind he doesn't have a second base. Kerpa's getting beat down upon pretty nicely. Meanwhile, red and green, we kind of have like 2 solo 1v1s going on these maps. You can like split these maps in half. They actually make for like some decent 1v1 maps, to be honest. That's kind of funny. Mochaccino taps out. after they see no more hope. And this is a good chance for Blue Coon to come in and backstab Dino. I think Blue Coon's probably in the best spot this game. Dino's got a nice army, but just doesn't have anything to back it up, economy-wise. He's gonna run out of that juicy bacon here soon. But, you know, it does quite a bit in the game. Knocks Kerpa out. So he can brag to Kerpa that he beat his butt twice. But Blue Coon gotta come in. Should clean this up, no problem. All these chameleons. Ferrets aren't the best units at direct engagements. That's what kind of balances them out since they have such a long range, such good poke ability. Stuff like chameleons just outshine them when they're in a straight-up fist fight. And that means we've got Blue Coon versus Dino in a 1v1 for match number 3 here. I guess I could throw back up the scoreboard. Oh, he's Undead Dino now. My apologies. Thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, please send me replays. ToothAndTailTV@gmail.com. I have come back. Delthius has returned. We're doing weekly content again. Not a whole lot, but just enough to say hi. Every Friday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm trying to do something. If it's a tournament, if it's a feast, if it's maybe just playing some ladder games. But I can't make content without the help of everybody else. So play some games, shoot me some replays, either on Discord or to ToothAndTailTV@gmail.com. And yeah, let's wrap this show up. I'll probably just like pause the stream and then restart it and then play a little ranked with you guys for a bit. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it to it. In the bottom left, we got Dino. And up top, Blue Coon. What's up, Jet? Yeah, but I only like doing replays on the current patch. Know what I'm saying? Gnome saying? No, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm the one with the derps. Undead Dino, no squirrels. He's got the fox of the arty. Alright, I'm on Team Dino here. I'm sorry, Blue Coon. I love you, bro. But look at Dino's deck. And you gotta get excited about that. Aggression here, too. 5-farm, single. But it's gonna get scouted. It's Dino time, that's right. Yeah, a Blue Coon's got like the better deck, for sure. You know, Undead Dino's got like a don't try this at home kind of thing. You know, units like the Fox and the Artillery Cannon are a ton of fun, but generally not like top tier at the moment. I don't think anything's like F tier though, you know. I don't think any units are just like so bad you can't find a niche or find a way to make them work. We see players do well with Fox. You know, we see artillery win games. But barbed wire is a bit weak, I guess, but it did get, it's cheaper now, isn't it? F tier for Fox. No. No, man. Fox is a D minus at worst. F for fun. F for Fox. Fox fun. It's a fun thing to do. Ferrets. Ferret Fox fun. That's what we got Undead Dino going for here. Meanwhile, Blue Coon is not having it. Open up with these chameleons. Blue Coon's just like getting a really good comp together. However, you know, Dinos isn't bad. I'm always a bit worried about early ferrets. As much as I love them, I think it's like safer to get them a bit later. But you can, you know, it can happen. If Dino gets some good bobs and some weaves here, it's going to depend on how these toe connections go. Maybe the ferrets get some lucky connects, pick up an extra couple units. If the ferrets can get some decent harassment before the direct engagement, that's also huge. Like if several of these tier 1 units go down before Blue Coon is able to force a fight, that's a big deal. So there's just a lot of variables involved. I don't think it's like strictly can't work, but it's difficult. It's difficult to make it happen. Alright, here comes the big fight. And the toe connections are pretty good for Dino. But the chameleon is left over and a couple squirrels. These ferrets are going to be forced back. Are they going to live? They're so low. 1 HP. Oh my god, Dino with the sick micro keeping these ferrets alive. Good counterattack by Blue Coon, though. He's still got his chameleon up. He gets a Warren. He's trading effectively here. Oh, and that chameleon goes down. Dino. Dino's going to hold and is going to keep the ferrets alive, just barely. Nicely done. Nicely done. And what's the plan from here? Is Dino just going to keep the aggression on? That 5-minute mark is looming. It's rearing its ugly head. It's going to happen soon. Expansion coming down for Blue Coon. I think it's about that time. These chameleons going to be... Dang, that one chameleon was blocked for a long time, I guess. Like, he's just now getting the second one out. And is Dino gonna... This is like a big turning point for Dino. Is he gonna double down or is he expanding? It looks like he's gonna expand, okay. Oh, and he's getting up to 4 ferrets. That's pretty sick. Now, I think once you get to 4 ferrets, it becomes so much stronger. Chameleons are kind of the same way. But ferrets, I don't think I go farther than 4 ferrets. Like 6 or 8 ferrets is a little ridiculous. How much do each player know here? Blue Coon has scouted the second base. Has scouted the second tier too. So knows Dino probably isn't going to straight up attack very, very soon. Gets a nice read on the army composition here. Alright, I like this gristmill. And here come the 4 ferrets. This is a lot more deadly than just 2. This constant, like, look at that. Bam. Goodbye. And your probability to just pick up some units when 4 ferret, like, see that? 3 units go down, 4 units, 5, I think there was 5 right there the ferrets got. Like, the probability of just getting some hits is so much higher. Nice micro with the toes there, too, by Dino. Really pulling them forward and getting some good hits. Cleaning up those chameleons as well. Dino really showing how to play this ferret style very well. And this might be it. This might be a win for the Mercs. Like, what's Blue Coon gonna do here? He's 2 behind. He's lost so many Warrens. Like, he doesn't just have that constant stream of tier 1s coming out to really reinforce this. And the Toads are doing pretty nicely against the chameleons as well, since they do some pretty good single target damage. I think that might be a key element in this style. Knows those chameleons are hunting these ferrets down. Gonna try to get them home. That water sucks. Oh, the one chameleon almost gets caught. Blue Coon really needed to pick that up, but he's got nothing left. As much as I hate to be a negative Nancy, or I guess I'm not really being negative. Anti-hype Harry. This game is totally over. And Undead is going to win 20 meat for himself. Very cool. With a really cool strategy that's not, like, super meta. You know, no squirrels, very ferret-based. Anti-hype Andy. Alright, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of ladder for the lulz. I guess I can keep streaming if you guys want. I don't see why not. I'm going to actually end the stream right here just for the VOD, and then we'll do a little laddering. Maybe I'll throw on some music or something. We'll play for like an hour. I think that sounds fun. So cool. So thanks everybody for 21 Generals episode 9 hanging out with us. It was fun. A little bit of a shorter one today. I'm gonna be back on Friday. Do we have a schedule yet for next week? Let me check. I don't think Jint's quite scheduled that yet. Yeah. So just keep your eyes peeled in the Tooth and Tail tournament section. Or in the 21 Generals Discord as well for more information. Yeah, let's play some ladder. I'll be back in just a sec. Just a quick editing stop.